Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So right now, currently, I believe that QNT has been trading under about roughly $100, trading at around like roughly some like $95 or so. Don't know if this is fully updated or not. Let me just refresh, make sure everything is up to date. I know that we have been seeing like some spikes in the market. So I guess, yeah, we're back to around like roughly $101, as you guys do see over here. We came down to about like roughly $96. Again, like I said, I'm still expecting that run up and then a retest of the demand zones. A lot of people have been saying like, dude, just tell us that you're in a short position. I have not sold any of my QNT, and I do not even have a long or short set up on QNT. And also, like, I cannot move the market. So anybody who's believing that I personally can move this market is just absolutely idiotic, to be completely honest with you guys. I'm just really kind of looking at the demand range on a lot of these assets and really kind of seeing where we can touch back down to. Like anywhere between $75 to even like this range here, which would be like maybe the $61 range, is perfectly fine to me. But we could ultimately lose support and touch down to $50, dollars if the FOMC meeting this week is rough. And what does that look like? Well, it's anything over 75 BPS from the Fed. Anything 75 or under from the Fed would cause a quick run up in the market on the short term, just to kind of give you guys a quick insight. Now, what could end up happening? Well, if we have the 75 or less and we have that quick run up, that's where I do expect, QNT to hit $150. If we don't have that 75 or less and we actually get 75 or more, then we have that cascading fall. So to me, it's either we could see $50 this week or we could see $150 this week and then have that sell off happen. I'm watching the price action closely. I'm not telling anybody to sell, buy, whatever. You guys do your own thing. And again, like, don't like think that everything is fully guaranteed in this market, because it absolutely is not. Just to kind of give you guys that quick insight. Now, with that in mind, I do want to talk to you guys about a few things. So first off, I did announce on, or not announce, I did make a video the other day on Quant talking to you guys a little bit about Oracle. But here we have Oracle actually tweeting out about, Quant Network itself. Quant Network joined LAC Chain's initiative to transform the banking industry in Latin and, discover how the startup increases cross-border banking with blockchain. And then over here, we actually did see, Quant announce Overledger release 2.2.11. It now connects to the Hyperledger Fabric, an enterprise-grade permission blockchain platform, which, yes, we will be talking a little bit more about in this video. This kind of breaks it down into 4 threads. Overledger users can now interact with the dedicated Hyperledger Fabric network in a sandbox environment and use Overledger APIs to, submit transactions and perform block searches. Hyperledger Fabric is intended as a foundation for developing applications and solutions with a modular architecture. It has a versatile design wow, I can't even talk anymore. That suits a wide range of industry use cases, especially in supply chain management and financial services. We're using AWS managed blockchain services to host our Hyperledger Fabric sandbox network. Now, of course, this would be nothing if Hyperledger Foundation didn't respond back to this and say, check Hyperledger member, Quant Network's newest Overledger release. With the new release, Overledger users can interact with a dedicated Hyperledger Fabric network in a sandbox environment and use Overledger APIs to submit transactions and perform block searches. Now, this quickly had a lot of individuals go extremely bullish on Twitter. For an example, here's a tweet from Quant as well as SonNL11. Crazy stuff if you think of it. QNT at number 45 is still, a big insult. Billions of transactions a day, will flow through Overledger, and no other crypto will surpass this. And we actually do see down here, you have Oracle and the 3rd largest IT, company in the world, in Hyperledger, the largest enterprise blockchain in the world, tweeting about Quant on the same day. And yeah, it is something special to actually see, but it is no surprise. And talking about this, I think that this is actually very significant, not only because Overledger can now connect to Hyperledger Fabric, but the scope of this. First off, we do see down here the release supports interactions with Hyperledger Fabric in a sandbox environment. The release connects Overledger to Hyperledger Fabric, an enterprise-grade permission blockchain platform. Now, Overledger users can interact with the dedicated Hyperledger Fabric network in a sandbox environment and use Overledger APIs to submit transactions and perform block searches. And down here, the platform is notable for its unique approach to consensus and enables performance at scale, whilst preserving, privacy. And down here, the release also contains a use case for a customer loyalty program. For this, we have deployed extended versions of QRC20 Tier 1 smart contracts and QRC 721 Tier 1 smart contracts for NFTs in the sandbox environment. Users can submit transactions using an appropriate QRC token for loyalty and flight rewards. So, you love to see that. If you guys do want to go check out the full, notes, you guys are more than welcome to on their website if you guys want to. But why do I believe that this is actually pretty large? Well, first off, like they were saying over here, Hyperledger Fabric is the largest enterprise blockchain out there. The members are pretty significant around this. Like, we actually come down here. So first off, here are the Hyperledger members, the premier ones. There's 6 of them. There's Accenture, then there's DTCC, Fujitsu, Hitachi, and IBM, and also JP Morgan Chase & Co. Accenture is such a massive giant. We've talked about them many times. Also, DTCC, let's actually, I think that we could actually open this up real quick. So, yeah, here we have it. So, if we go over to the website real quick, I just want to show you guys, how large this actually is of, a company. We've actually talked about DTCC with Zinfin actually in the past because of how large of a connection this actually is to the real world. So first off, let's go to the About page here real quick on just one of the names behind Hyperledger, by the way. Just one of the names. So if we come down here, I thought that they had it. One second. Let me actually find it for you guys. All right, so I found a little bit of a snippet. We're going to be jumping over there in a second, but first off, I want to give you guys a quick insight on this company. So here we have DTCC through its subsidiaries advances industry-leading solutions that help secure and shape the future growth and development of the global financial marketplace. Today, we stand at the center of global trading activity, processing trillions of dollars of securities transactions on a daily basis. Now, here are some of their, partners. First off, a few of these that you probably don't know, but then you have BlackRock, which is a $10 trillion asset under management company, Bloomberg, massive company, Broadridge, Charles River. We also do see a few other ones down here, and then we do see Swift. Swift is one of their major partners, and of course, you guys do see a ton of other ones down here as well. KPMG, like these are huge banks, massive connections to the financial system. And again, like this is just one name under Hyperledger Foundation. And then you also do see like Accenture here. But then you also do see a few other ones like American Express and, a ton of other names like CVS, Consensus, T-Mobile, FedEx. I mean, the connections here are just absolutely mind-blowing. Look at all of them. It is insane. And of course, yes, you do see like Ripple, R3, Quant there, Oracle. There's a few other ones up here that are like connected to Casper, like IPWE. Also, CryptC is like connected to Hedera. This is like a substantial amount of names. Splunk is here, Swift is here, Visa is here, Walmart, Verizon, Wipro. I mean, this is just like this is the scope of just some of the names that are connected to Quant. Like this is why I say like everything that we utilize on a day-to-day basis will run through an interoperable, solution. I honestly think that like the connections with like Hyperledger and also these other like major enterprise blockchains all being connected to Quant is going to streamline the process of interconnecting, Quant to the legacy platform. Because again, like remember, I've always said, why would these banks, right? Or I should say, why would Quant go to every single bank individually to, not only onboard them, but also like interconnect their platform with like specific DLTs when they could go through something like Hyperledger Foundation that's connected to massive names. I mean, huge giants. By the way, like, all we see here is just like the bare minimum of it. By the way, you do see Hedera Hashgraph there. But what we see here is like the bare minimum of it because like DTCC is connected to major names, like for an example, BlackRock, right? So interconnecting that, also like even Swift is connected to 11,000 plus financial institutions. So having a name like Hyperledger Foundation connected to Overledger not only allows for all of the clients on Hyperledger to, connect with Overledger, but it also allows streamlined interconnectivity to the adoption cycle of DLT. So this is why I always say, like, they are not going to go to banks individually. It's going to happen all at once, where we do see like thousands of, financial institutions and banks on board it all at once. And also, we do see over here, Bitcoin has 42.9 million unique wallets. Q&T has now surpassed 60,000 unique wallets. Q&T Marketplace is at an all-time high. It's only, 4.7 billion. And then we do see down here, market cap at an all-time high is only 44.7 billion. Q&T is the only coin in crypto that has both supply and demand working for it due to licenses. To say we are early is an understatement. And also, I love the fact that people are always saying, like, Bitcoin is not a security. Q&T is a security. Like, it's such an idiotic statement to even say that. Like, Bitcoin, for example, only got cleared through, first off, corruption, but also like investment contracts through some higher tier individuals, which could play right into, of course, corruption. So I wouldn't even say that Bitcoin is not a security by default. I do believe that Bitcoin is also a security. If you, are going to say like Q&T is a security as well, XRP is a security as well, all of it is a security. You just cannot not have Bitcoin in that conversation as well, because again, the only reason why Bitcoin is not being considered a security is because of the names directly tied to it. But also, we do see over here, we have an official rich list, and this is mind-blowing to me. We do see here, you only need 6 Q&T to be at the top 50% of holders. Q&T has now surpassed 60,000 holders. Here's what a rich list currently looks like. How do you feel about where you are, at Anon, note 13,300 addresses hold less than 1 quant. And here you guys have the official rich list. And I just want you guys to comment on this. Do not, dox yourself and say how much Q&T you hold or anything like that. But I just want you guys to, say, like, what do you think about this? It's also very eye-opening that the fact that, like, 120, puts you at the 10% list, or even, like, less than 500 would put you at the top 4%. And I know that, like, 500 is not easy to come by. I mean, it's like $50,000 at the current price tag. But 120, I feel like a lot of individuals could possibly get to 120, just kind of accumulating the floor price. And the floor price would be like the $40 to $60 range that we've been seeing for a while. And even then, right, just even 42, for example, is pretty significant, which, at $100 is like roughly $4,200. So to me, I would say that this rich list is insane, but it really kind of goes to show you like how early we actually are at this current moment in time. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me. And also, join the free Discord down in the description below, or follow me on Twitter. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. But I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.